What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt Deville with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Regis. Prograis, LA, and that's not California, goes up. Regis Prograis states that I love the Devin Haney fight. I think I stop him. The WBC junior welterweight champion Regis Prograis is getting ready for the first title defense of his second world title reign. According to the undisputed lightweight world champion Devin Haney, he called promoter Eddie Hearn to explore a potential fight with Prograis, as we know. And this is what Prograis had to say. He said, I love the fight. Devin is in a tough spot. He got to fight somebody because a lot of people, though, thought he lost against Loma. So he's in a really, really tough spot right now. He's like he could go up to 40. He say he could stay at 35. He could fight Loma again in a rematch. Or he got that tank fight. Or he got to fight Shakur. Or he can come up to 140 and he mess around with the bigger guys up at 40. So I think he has to do something big. If he wants to fight me, I'm with it, Prograis said. He said, I think I stop him. I really think I can hurt him. Not disrespectful. You look at the shots that Loma hit him with, and Loma is a 30-pounder. And you know I'm a 40-pounder, and I've been 40-pounder my whole career, and I got a lot of knockouts. So if I hit him with those same shots, I feel like I'm going to hurt him. Those are the words of Regis Prograis, and let me counterpunch. I absolutely 100% agree. Why? Because Loma is a smaller guy naturally. He's a smaller guy. He just doesn't have to cut weight that he has, and who says he cuts weight at all? He's a smaller guy. He went from featherweight to 130, now he's at 135. He is like Chocolatito in retrospect. He's just a little bigger. You know, I think 135 is his cap, just like, you know, Chocolatito's a lot smaller and he went all the way up to 126, I believe. But, you know, that was pushing it. And maybe, you know, Loma's pushing it. Who knows? But, you know, you seen his head pop back and fly back when Loma was catching him with them lefts because he knew what direction he was going. And he was catching Devin. Devin was reacting to those shots. I just think Devin has thicker skin than most fighters. I think he has a fighter type skin mentality because he wasn't swollen. He doesn't cut real easy and bruise real easy or swell real easy and stuff like that. But he did get the noggin knocked upside the head by the smaller guy Lomachenko. But at 140, yeah, it's going to be a problem. And I agree also, wherever he goes, it's going to be one hell of a challenge. Shakur Stevenson, Tank Davis, Regis Prograis. Let's say the winner out of Josh Taylor and Teofimo Lopez. Dude, that's an itinerary. That's a rock and a hard place right there. That's a rock and a hard place right there. Because that's what he's looking at. Damn, hard place, rock, hard place. See, because he knows he's going to have to do something. And you know what this is reminding me of? I always got to give you guys a history lesson. This reminds me of when Timothy Bradley won the decision against Manny Pacquiao, the beloved fighter of the millennium and the fighter of the decade from 2000 to 2010. And what happened? It wasn't at that magnitude because people really hated Tim Bradley and they didn't even know him. He was just like Devin. He was undefeated. You know, he was hungry, he was determined, and he did what he could in the fight against Manny Pacquiao. Even though everybody thought, and their mama thought Manny Pacquiao did enough to win, but Manny Pacquiao didn't press the issue. Manny Pacquiao didn't go for the knockout. Manny Pacquiao wasn't trying to hurt Timothy Bradley. Manny Pacquiao was just a better fighter. But guess what? Timothy Bradley won that decision that night, and he paid for it. So guess what did he do? He had to do something big. What did he go and do, though? Ultimately, he went in there with Ruslan Provandakov. Again, another Russian fighter that wouldn't be fighting now if he was fighting today. He couldn't fight. Boycotted. Right? But what happened in that fight? What really happened? Well, I'm going to tell you what happened. He got a fucking concussion, and his wife had to leave in the second round because she was tired of him. He was a dude. He was like Apollo. He was like Apollo Creed, bro. It was like, dude, this fight is not healthy. I mean, when Ruslan hit Bradley, it showed you the will, the heart, the desire, the blood, the sweat, the tears that Timothy Bradley had. Why? Because Timothy Bradley was a guy that got hit with a shot that he didn't see. He was coming in and got belted, bro. I mean, belted by Ruslan. And Ruslan was hitting him. Ruslan, an awkward, shorter hands, very powerful, heavy-handed fighter. Okay? And what ended up happening is he got a concussion and he was just, he was punch drunk, but he was still fighting. You should have saw him, dude. He looked like he was, he looked like he was doing the rope, the little girls, they do the jump rope and they're swinging aside. That's what he was doing, but he was out on his feet, but he was still swinging. You know why? Because he was angry. Why? Because people thought he'd be lost. People were threatening his family, his house, everything. Calling him a bum and all this shit. They're fucking with him, sending him death threats and stuff. So I know Devin Haney ain't to that magnitude because, a lot of people think, have, their mixed opinions about it. But anyway, he has something to prove and he knows he has something to prove, just like Timothy Bradley did. So he's going to have to fight one of those guys. So saying all that to say this about what Regis Prograis said, he's absolutely right. And if he fucks around and wants Prograis, because he's going to sign with Eddie, because Eddie's going to earn. He's going to earn with Eddie Hearn. And he's going to go in there and get beat up by Regis Prograis. He better have it on his mind and he better acclimate to the weight. I hope he punches harder in that weight. And I hope just because he gets bigger, he gets stronger. Because he's going to need the strength. Because Regis is coming and he ain't no bitch. Regis Prograis is coming and he's ready to knock you out, knock you on the ground and make you twitch. Bars. Okay, so if anything, Devin Haney, then you got Tank. He gets out of jail. He's an absolute beast. He's probably doing 400 rocket chair sit-ups right now in his cell. You don't know what he's doing. He's giving somebody something, hell, So, yeah, he has a lot to do. He has a very lot to do. Coming, Loma's just, I would fight Loma again, but you know what I mean? Who wants to do that? He's a difficult guy to deal with himself. He's got past, he's got the win. So it's time to move on. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Regis Prograis saying that he would hurt Devin Haney because he is a natural 140 pounder and he has a lot of knockouts. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!